Well, hey, welcome. So it's that time. Shut those lights off. Shut those lights off. Get that candle ready. Get ready to sink into the dark. And remember why we light this candle. This is our connection to our ancestors. This is a direct connection to our ancestors. Fire is that building block, that frequency that we are looking for. So congratulations for finding it. Congratulations for entering into the next phase of the moon. And know that these are building blocks for a practice. Getting connected back to the moon is becoming aware of the energy that flows through all of us. Dare say the force. But understand that it is something real. And here, in this oracle meditation, we have designed a practice that embodies breath work, 8 different oracle decks, deepening into the meditation, understanding that through breath, we make room. We make room for the blessings that we're asking for, the medicine we need to heal ourselves, and most important, the magic. The belief in the magic that we are inhaling to co-create our story, to co-create the world. Don't deny your magic. Your uniqueness is needed in this world. I believe that it was us, through breath, that moved that hurricane, that lessened the force of that hurricane. Through faith, through belief, through imagination, we have found and taken those steps to find the inner child of ours. And now it is our job to protect that inner child and to let that inner child out and play. Your job is to protect it and to give it the right and the time and the experience and to be reassured and strengthened and supported. And we find that in the dark. In the dark, that's where everything lies. That is where creation happened. Before there was even light, there was the dark. And powers that be want to trick you and tell you to not make time. But I'm a rebel, part of the Rebel Alliance, part of the company that wants to tell you that you can do it, that we were created to do this. So let's begin. Here, let's clear our thoughts and connect back to that breath, back to that imagination, because we know that if we don't use it, we will lose it. And it starts with inhaling through your nose and working on exhaling through your nose. It's okay if you can't do it, but your body was designed to do it. And that's what we're doing. We are getting back to that frequency of infancy, that frequency of belief, of imagination. Nobody tells baby how to breathe. Baby just knows how to breathe. So let's copy baby. And thank you so much for following, for liking, for those of you that are interested and curious about taking those baby steps of meditation. So thank you for joining us and practicing your medicine. By clearing your thoughts and connecting back to that imagination, you are strengthening the connection that we have, strengthening our tribe, and discovering your medicine along the way. We are all traveling on a journey, on a red road, headed towards the sacred mountains. And along the way, we find those keys that lead us to those doors, that unlock those tools to success, to opportunity, to good health. So welcome. Here we've learned about the moon phases. And like I said, we're entering into the 4th moon phase. And as we enter into the 4th moon phase, the waxing Gibson moon, this is where we have moved quickly from the 1st quarter moon and making decisions to refining those decisions, to figuring out exactly What seeds of intention we planted in the new moon, first quarter moon, it's time to nourish them. Now we are entering into the waning, getting over that hump, refining those actions, decisions to create that growth. So let's begin. As I said earlier, we all walk a red road. We are now sitting at the council fire, home of decisions. As I said, coincidence? Not coincidence. Making the decisions and refining those thoughts. What are you creating? What magic are you wielding? We are going from the solar plexus of that personal power, entering into the heart chakra. 5 days away from the new moon. For the full moon. Working on that heart chakra, we are balancing out that love, the understanding, the trust, hope, compassion, balance, forgiveness. And we are asked to sit at that council fire to connect back to the ancestral council. And when we are invited to the council, we are asked to make decisions. Decisions for that child, once again, who comes up in our session. And that child that we have discovered, that we stick up for, knows the way to joy and happiness. Child offers that return to that second innocence. I spoke of this yesterday to a friend. It's our job to stick up for that innocent child. Our job to find that happiness. This child comes up in our sessions to remind us and to show us how we can correct the course of our life without being punished. All we have to do, connect back to that breath. Let that child help you climb out of that hole that you've dug yourself into and recover that sense of play. Does it have to be so damn difficult? What if by chance you have actually learned? You are learning to listen. You are taking those baby steps in breath. We are working in the next chakra, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Then we are also moving from Capricorn into Aquarius. That tells us how to work from the knees, moving from pride and ego and balance into those shins, the legs in Aquarius. This represents standing in life and breaking down those ideals. Coincidence? I think not. It's time to open up to that compassion, to that forgiveness, making those decisions towards your goal, towards creating that new identity, that new life, that new world for yourself. It's not that hard. Wow. Along the way, we walk on that red road. We get ancestors and animals and signs and symbols that come up. Today, we get rabbit. Rabbit represents fear. And we know that we can alchemize that fear, transmute it into faith. In the dark, it's time to chase the rabbit. Time to follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole. Time to enter into that fear and let it go. Time to play and explore. Yes, children get scared, but what do? We convince them to step into their power, to no longer be afraid of the dark. We know that in the dark, that's where we pick up those opportunities. That's where we open up to faith, to compassion, to understanding and trusting. In the dark, that's where we find our freedom. Our freedom to play, to explore, to connect, to imagine. Imagine anything you want, and those thoughts become words, and those words become actions. And it starts with imagination. Next comes breath. Next comes play. And through play, we become a line. We see that everything is coming together. We know that we are creating that procession of faith. But it starts with coming here in your practice, taking those steps, making those decisions and refining those thoughts, standing up for those childlike innocence, following those children to joy, stepping into the fear, knowing that it is time to play and explore and to create that freedom, knowing that it will align us, know that everything is coming together in a procession of faith. Split that focus, asking you to live in both worlds, as an adult and as a simple child. We're sitting in that first quarter moon, in that perfect alignment, moving into the waxing Gibson moon, time of refinement. We're asked to split that focus, balance out that adult decision making, stand up for that childlike innocence, chase the rabbit, follow that sense of curiosity and fear, make it playtime and time to explore, create that freedom, step into that freedom, that alignment, know that everything is coming together in a procession of faith, asking you to balance out that childlike innocence and that adult mind, the perfect mix. Face down those shadows. In order to continue to heal or to contribute to healing the world, you must dispel that energy of darkness that you fear, and face down that shadow and know that that is the opportunity to create. Know that they are not bad. Without the dark, there is no light. And in the dark, that is where our light shines the brightest. More that there are parts, most authentic self in the dark. Don't be afraid of that story that's evolving. Don't be afraid. This will only hold you back from healing and growth. You're not alone. Face all those parts of yourself right now. Be willing to light up those parts. You are the light that shines in the dark. Why should you be afraid? You have to imagine that alignment. Can't do it without you. You're the key. You're the key that unlocks that door, that unlocks that dominion of faith. So if this is as far as you get, this is your message. You are sitting at the council fire, time of decisions, time of refining those ideas. We have unlocked that childlike innocence inside of us, and it's your job to stand up for it. Follow the rabbit. Face down the fears. Face down the bullies. It's time to play and explore, to step into that freedom. Step into that alignment and know that everything is coming together. Split your focus and focus on that child and working on that adult, letting that adult evolve. Face down those shadows. Be willing to light up those parts of yourself without fear, without judgment, because it's doing it in time. So if this is as far as you get, blessings. For the rest of us, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper into that meditation where we can Enjoy that sense of being in the dark and move towards that next healing space. And it starts with a body scan. So let's start with a body scan. And a body scan is where we imagine a hoop that is hovering high above our head. Inhale, let it go up. Exhale, let it sink down, gently relaxing your forehead, closing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Inhale, let it go all the way back up as high as you can imagine. Exhale, let it sink down gently. This time, let it create a bubble in its wake. Slow it down right where it left off. Really work on imagining that bubble. Sink. Sink deeper. Deeper. Inhale, let it go all the way back up. Take it from here. This is your practice. Sink. You got it. And if you come to the end, simply close off your hoop. Imagine it becoming a balloon and tie it off like a balloon. Create a tether, a string, a rope, a root, even a ribbon. Tie it off back to Mother Earth and sink. Sink softly into the darkness. All the way through. Do you hear the night calling? Follow it. Welcome. Welcome to that sacred connection with Mother Earth. Here. This is your connection. This is where we face down those shadows and know that these shadows are only there because you are the light. Take that time to play and explore. Balance out that idea of discovering that childlike innocence. When you feel silly, that's where you come out and play. Sit here, no longer afraid of the dark. Release what no longer serves you in the form of breath. Open up to that compassion, to that forgiveness. Split your focus. Balance out those two pieces of ourselves. Maybe you're spending too much time concentrating on the world around you and ignoring your feelings. It's time to play. Find that, if not that 50-50, find that time. Are you aware of that inner child? Observe. Do you feel the difference? Do you feel that energy that wants to get up and play? And that other energy that wants to sit and listen? Balance them out. You can do it. Step into that idea of freedom, of remembering how much fun it was, how easy it is to stand in the crowd, but how much courage it takes to stand alone. Look within yourself for all of these answers. Now that you have found your child, unlock that wisdom through unconditional love and support. Know that everything is coming together. Everything is aligning up perfectly, the way it should. Embrace all that you have created. Be welcomed back into the flow of success and ease. It doesn't have to be that hard. Let those ideas and dreams and visions come together. And when you're ready, let's do a tapping. And for those of you that are new, a tapping is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. This is where we allow that body to decide what it lets go of and what it keeps. This is where we remove a program and insert a new one. So find that area of your hand where you would do a karate chop. And remember, the sequence is important. In computers, this is a Control-Alt-Delete. If you don't do those switch hands, if you don't do those 3 buttons, the program will not be deleted. So be conscious enough to remember. Karate chop. Move to that area on your face, that third eye, and tap. And listen. I have compassion for myself and for those around me. Move to your temples and tap. I let go of fear, resentment, and torment from the past. Move to under your eyes and tap. I do not give my power away to those that are involved in my past. Slide to under your lip, under your nose, and tap. That little divot. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. I forgive myself for things that I could have done differently in the past. Slide to under your lip, on your chin, and tap. I remind myself that my responses could not have been any more evolved than it was at the time. Slide down your throat to your clavicles and tap. I am compassionate to those in need, as this shows them that they are not alone. Slide under your arm like you're giving yourself half a hug. Tap that spleen. Tap. I practice this by listening, sharing, and understanding, and being of service. Other side, tap. I am unlocking my forgiveness and my compassion. Tap your head, and so let it be. Know that by doing that sequence, you allow your body to make room, to create that freedom. And the words that you listen to create that program. Everything is coming together in procession. All you have to do, take that time. Make that time to listen to the children of the night, to light that fire, to sit in gratefulness. Refine those decisions, refine those thoughts. You have taken that remedy of awareness. You have learned that in Mother Earth is able to scoop up those exhales, recycle them, create those blessings, that medicine, and that magic in the air. All you have to do, make the time to make the room. So if you're ready, let's make our way back to the void. Follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole. Back to the void, back to the darkness, back to where we can strengthen that light that's inside of us. Slip. Just close your eyes. Let the void call you. No need to move. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the void, here in the darkness. This is where we connect back to that frequency. No longer fear the dark. You are asked to sit at the council fire. You are a great leader that has discovered the magic of an innocent child. Follow that joy, follow that happiness. Follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole. Make the time to play and explore. Step into that freedom. Know that everything is coming together in alignment, in procession. Split your focus and balance that energy. Face down those shadows. Be willing to light up those parts of yourself. And by all means, remember that you are a blessing. So wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and open your eyes. Open your eyes to all of your magic. And thank you. Thank you once again for practicing, for liking, for listening, for sharing. Please continue to share that message of connection to strengthen that tribe. So remember, I offer you blessings to you, to me, and to all who listen.